Welcome, welcome. I am Dawn. This is Wreath Decor by Dawn. Come on in, say hello, tell me where you're watching from if you're new to my page. Alright, so tonight we are working on a breast cancer pumpkin themed wreath. So I'm going a little bit out of my comfort zone here and doing this. So I have an oval grapevine here that I took the binding off of, which is this big thick piece right here if you've never taken that off before. This one had it wrapped twice in two different sections, so I just left this section on because I don't need this side bigger, but this side I expanded out a little bit so that I could have that depth that I need right here. Let me zoom in so you guys can see it a little better. Right there. So that I could have this little shelf for this pumpkin to sit in. So that's what we're doing. And then we're going to fill it in with some fall florals and a nice bow. So there's not going to be a whole lot to this one. I'm going to open this up just a little bit more. And I already cleaned these out pretty good. They were really messy. But as you know, working with grapevine, there's always something left inside. It never ends. It's never all out. So, hey, how are you? Hello. Okay, so this is where the pumpkin's going to sit. Right in here. Right there. So, and I can't stand this up so that you guys can see it. So it's going to be easier for me to work with it down here for the moment. But I will hold it up in just a little bit so that you can see what I'm doing. But first I want to get this in there. So I want to go right here. See if I want it to go this way or that way. I think I'm going to go this way. So I just need to get it in position so I know where I want to put my skewers. So I'm going to get a couple skewers out. We're going to put them in a couple of different places. So I probably need to cut these down about half. Alright, so I want the pointed end, and I'm going to get me some glue on here. Make sure my glue gun stays on. And I'm going to go, let me get this right here so that you guys can see it. I'm going to go right through the grapevine into the pumpkin. I'm going to use my pliers, here they are, to push this in, and then I'll cut off any excess here. Go in the rest of the way, please. There it goes. And then I'm going to put a little bit of glue there. And this will probably be covered up by some florals as well, but for now I'm going to put some moss on there, cover up that glue. Right there. So I'm going to do that in a couple different places so that it's really sturdy in there. Alright, so I'm going to go right back here. And I'm going to lift these up just a little bit, and I'm going to do the same thing. Push that skewer in, cut some of it off. I don't need all of it, but I want to make sure I have enough that I can use my pliers to push it in, because I want it in between those grapevines. It gets smaller, it gets harder to push it in. There we go. And again, we're going to hit it with some glue. Oh, that one went too far. Well, not what I wanted. Now it's going to be a pain, of course. Alright, we'll just use another one. Not going to play with it. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. I forgot to share it myself. Alright, let's try this again. There cut it right here. Now we'll put some glue on there. And putting that glue on there is helping it to stick to the grapevine. All right, so I'm going to take another skewer and I'm going to go through here. I think I'm going to use a longer one for this. It'll just be easier. I'm going to go up in between all these grapevines and right into that pumpkin. And then I'm going to cut this off right here. Hit it with some glue right there, and then we're going to cover it with the moss. And this is going in between the grapevines. It's a pink. It's supposed to be a pink pumpkin. To me, it looks more like a peach color, but it's supposed to be pink. Susan sent this to me last year. She found them at her store. And then she had picked out some ribbons to do a breast cancer wreath while she was here and never got to do it. So I'm taking her ribbons, her pumpkin. So you can say this is inspired by Susan. So I'm stealing her idea. Although this particular wreath wasn't her idea. Although she did advise me today. But then she advises me every day, so. All right, there we go. That's in there pretty sturdy now. See? It's not going anywhere. Plus it's going to have florals and bows and everything around it, so we're good. Can you all see that okay? This way, that way. Need to cover this back part up here because I can, oops, I can see that. Throw some more in the back here just to cover it up so I don't have to go back later and do it. There we go. Alright, let's make a bow. We bought a trailer so that I could store my stuff in and then use it for my shows. So we went and emptied out my storage. Saved me some money. I was getting ready to renew for the next month, so I had to go and get it all out today. Which, I mean, it wasn't, my storage wasn't that big to begin with. It was only like a 5x10, but it was costing me $85 a month. So, for that small little thing. And they didn't have anything bigger available, and I needed a bigger unit. Hello! Alright, we're going to use this 4-inch breast cancer ribbon. I think Rachel actually picked this one up for me when she was in Chicago, when she was still living there. That's how long I've had it and haven't used it. When she went to Craig Bachman, she went to their sale. I know, it's my husband talked me into it. I wasn't real keen on us spending that kind of money on it, but in the long run, it's going to save us money. And I could really use that right now, so. And it'll be here at the house. I don't have to go anywhere to go to the, you know, if I need something. I won't store my wreaths in it because the winter time, I'm doing 6 inches on this one. The summertime, the heat and humidity is so bad that it would just ruin all my wreaths. So during the winter and that is fine, but it's not a good idea to keep them out there in the summertime. Everything would just fall right off of them. So yeah, so hopefully, you know, we figured it out, and in the long run, you know, I'm coming out better. The trailer really wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, as far as cost. So we were pleasantly surprised. My husband found a place local. We almost went to Georgia and got one because the place, actually it's where we bought it from, where they get their trailers from, is out of Georgia. The maker is out of Georgia as well. But we found a place, or he found a place local, so. Alright, so I'm just doing one loop on each side with that one. It's a very pretty ribbon. It's a natural with the glittered breast cancer ribbons on it. Pins, pins, pins. So, yeah. So we went and got everything out of there today. He's gonna build me some racks and some shelves that will hold everything. It's got a door on the side, so I can put all of my bins for my other seasons that I'm not in at the front. And then the racks, we can just roll them in when we go to shows, and my my shelves and my setup for my craft fair will be there already. So all we'll have to do is throw in, the last minute stuff and go. So I'm excited about it. Now, I wasn't in the beginning because I didn't want to spend the money, but that's just because I'm cheap. And because it was for me. If it was for somebody else, I'd have been, yeah, let's go. Let's go spend the money. For me, it's like, nah, I don't need that. I gotta say, you know what? My husband is so supportive. I mean, no matter what it is, even if it's something really ridiculous, he's like, yeah, let's do it. He really does, he is behind me 100%. So I appreciate that. He built me I forgot to post pictures of it, but he built me a mailbox for me to use for my displays. So I can make I'm doing 5.5 on this black. So I can make a mailbox swag, and I'm gonna and then he made it so that I could hang a wreath underneath the mailbox so that I could do a set to make it match. So I don't know why I'm having a hard time talking tonight. Alright, so we're doing one loop with that one. And this one came from Carolina Pottery. I love this one with that lace lace look in the middle of it. But it's a black and white stripe. Keep moving those. Sorry if I'm missing anybody. You guys, if you want to get on my email list and get notified whenever I go live, type in the word email, or you can go up to the description and there's a link that you can click there and go to sign up for my email list. And that way you'll get notified whenever I go live, or if I'm having a sale or anything like that. I don't spam you with your emails. I don't share your email with anybody else. It's just for me to notify you when I'm going live. That's all. Or unless something, if I couldn't go live, or if Facebook went down and I needed to let you guys know, that whatever's going on. It's just a backup. So sign up for my email list. Yeah, just type in email. You can also get my supply list, which is a list of all the tools and things I use, like my ribbon racks, my scissors, my wire cutters, all of that. I compiled a list. I put it together. I got clickable links for you guys, and I share that with you at no cost. Out of the kindness of my heart. And you just type in the word supply, and I will send that to you as well. So this 2.5 that has the cheetah print awareness ribbon and says it says be strong, have hope, be brave. And October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so Saturday is the beginning of October. And all stars that we receive during our lives this year goes to help breast cancer research and help fund a organization out of California called Michelle's Place that has resources for cancer patients. And they helped my sister when she was diagnosed with breast cancer, and we give back to them. So this year, that is my charity. So all stars go to them. I don't keep any of that for myself. Next year we will pick another charity and so on. So I don't keep that at all. So those stars that Facebook has, that they let you buy or however it works, I don't keep that money for myself. So if I can give back and share that for a cause, then that's what I'm going to do. All right, last one. I just did one loop on each side with all of these because I'm using quite a few, and I want it to go next to my pumpkin here. So I don't want to have too many loops. All right, and this one I think we're going to do, oh, let's see, do I want to go this way? Should have gone up with it. So this one ends up being about, let's see, that's 6, 5.5, 5, 4.5, that's about 4 inches. Okay. Let me move this little thing over here. I got another one. All right, so I put that divot, or put that zip tie in that divot, and then I put another zip tie going across here, and that's going to help me attach it to my grapevine. The zip tie will hold better, so I'm going to get this a little bit tighter, and then we're going to fluff this out. All right, so we're going to put this through our grapevine here. Should have used a longer one, I'm sure, but it'll be fine. Come on. I see where I want it to go. It just doesn't go in there. And if I don't like where it's at, I can always just clip the zip tie off and put another one on. All right, so there's our bow. What do you think? I'm going to use a couple of these leaves. Just take one of them off and then we'll pick them. All right, I'm going to pull my pick machine over here so that I can get some picks. I have this little thing that rolls. So let me cut these off. These are just some green fern leaves. They're the thinner ones. I like that better than those big thick fern, like the Boston fern ones. All right, so I'm going to take that, put it in my pick machine. Hopefully it will play nice tonight. So far so good. And we're going to put these into the grapevine. You know what? I actually think I'm going to put these into the pumpkin, because I can go up in through here and push this into the pumpkin. And that's going to help keep it in there. There we go. Works for me. Alright, this one's going to go up under my bow. Right there. It's going to look a little funny because it's just kind of, they're spaced out, but believe me, they'll be filled in. Everything will be filled in. These will just be sticking out the bottoms. And once again, we're going right into that pumpkin. Going to do double duty and help keep that pumpkin in there as well. Get in there. Okay, good enough. Don't like this. I'm going to have to steam these. Just have a little wire in them so you can kind of bend them. Alright, so don't make fun of it. It looks funny, I know, but it'll be fine. Now we're going to use some of this bead grass. This is a fall looking bead grass. And I'm going to take probably 4 pieces of this, maybe more. Alright, so I cut some of that off and we are going to glue this in. And I am going into the grapevine, whoops, and right there. I'm going in between where I put those other leaves with these. All right, there we go. So this one's going up underneath our bow. I'm going to hold this up for you guys in a sec. I know it's hard to see. I wish I was able to work on it with, so there we go. So we've got all that hanging down there. We can add in some florals if we need them. Let's use some of this eucalyptus up. We've got a couple stems left. It's hot in here. So I'm going to take these and cut these down. Some of this I used on another project. Alright, I got all those cut down. And we're going to put these in here. These are going to be the smaller ones. So these are just going into my grapevines. Some of these are a little long. Because and this one. So I'm just filling these in. Turn it around here so you guys can see what's going on. Should put some of these other leaves in. I'm doing this around the base of the pumpkin here just to fill it in, make it look pretty. Alright, we'll put more in there. You see how that filled that in? So we got that filled in right there. I'll put some more in because we need more over here. But first I want to try a couple of these. Well, there is no plan here. We're just playing it by ear. I'm sure you can tell. But sometimes those are some of the best designs. At least that's what I'm told. Keep all these bags. Alright, so I think we're going to go... Yeah, I think we're going to do these underneath. Such a mess. Hurricanes, tornadoes, you know, all of it. I'm going back in this direction so I can have some come out this way. I want a little more straight. That one probably should have been a little bit. Let me see what this looks like back here. Looks good. Okay. That's my zip tie. I guess that one would have been okay this way. This one's gonna go right here. Oops, get that in there. Making sure that's in. All right, let me see. Yeah, it looks good. It looks like I just need to take some more of that eucalyptus and fill that in around the pumpkin. And I think it'll be good. I'm thinking maybe I need to put one behind here, which is good because I have one left. I know. My grandson's he's getting ready to graduate. Oh God, they're doing all that senior stuff. He's had to have his senior pictures taken, and my daughter sent me a preview yesterday, and it was right at dinner time. I'm like, oh great, make me cry my mashed potatoes. I was just bawling. My husband looked at me, he's like, it's okay dear, we're gonna be okay, we're gonna make it through this. Like, I can't. I'm not ready for this. And I can only imagine how his mother feels. If I'm having this hard a time with it, I can only imagine what she's going through. I mean, I've been through it twice, but I was bawling. I have this, she bought me this picture frame. It's a digital picture frame, and she can send things to me through email. You know, it links up to my frame, so she can put pictures on there without even me knowing it. And so she sent them, and I looked at them yesterday. I was like, oh God, I can't do that. And it wasn't even the actual picture. It was just she did a behind the scenes picture of them doing his picture. And I couldn't handle it. Yeah, I'm one of those sappy grandmas, sorry. They know already, so. Oh, I just don't know. Where did the years go? He was just a little baby not too long ago. Alright, I need this over here. So it's got wire in it, so I'm going to bend it over this direction. There we go, that's better. Let me make sure you guys can see it. There we go. So it just needs to have a little bit more of this eucalyptus filled in here, I think, and it'll be fine. And then on the back, it actually did pretty good. I don't see anything poking through, which I'm surprised, because I am usually very bad about that. But if I find anything, I'll put some moss on it and cover it up. But do you think I need to put some bind wire right here, because this stuff keeps coming out now. just take some bind wire and put that around it and it'll keep it in there. Or keep it together. But so you think you like? So this one was inspired by Susan. So Susan gave me the pumpkin last year. She put the ribbons together when she was here. She was going to use them for something else. And they were still sitting there and I thought, I can use those. So I did. So she wasn't even here and inspired me. So, all right, guys. I'll see you real soon. Be safe. Be kind to one another. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you, Susan, for helping out. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.